Here's how to get more leads and sales from your local SEO by optimizing your Google business profiles, service, and category section. What are they? So you might have noticed on your Google business profile, there's a little edit services section, and you can actually optimize this so Google can rank you in more local based searches when people search for certain things. So the easiest way to think about this is the category here is basically what you are. So if you're an electrician, that's what you put there. And then services are the supporting documents underneath that of what you do. So is it installation? Is it repair? Is it something else? So when you're in sensitive healthcare industries, like you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist, it might be a little bit more difficult because Google doesn't actually suggest stuff for you. Whereas if you go to more traditional services and you add more services like so, it's going to suggest certain things for you. So it's a little bit easier to add in. Now I'm going to make your life a lot easier by giving you a GPT that can actually do it for you, where it suggests the actual services and writes the content for you that's SEO friendly. So I've left them both in the description below, so go check that out. And I've got the little prompt that you can copy and paste and just change a few things here and there. Now we're going to do a live walkthrough of how this works by using a psychologist, particularly a sports psychologist. Now, sports psychology isn't a category that you can use, but you can use psychologists. So when you're actually using the search bar and adding more business categories, and then you go like psychologist, it might suggest psychiatrist, psychologist, psychoanalyst, psychotherapist, etc. But there's no sports psychologist, so that's okay. So you choose whatever's relevant to your niche or whatever you do and what you are, and then click that one. And we're going to go back over to here and add some custom services. So let's open that GPT again. Let's start a new one, and we're going to write some custom services together to optimize this Google business profile. So it gives us the chance to enter into more local based rankings. So what you're going to do is copy the prompt. So let's copy this whole thing and then paste this in here. And then where it says business type, you're going to say sports psychologist. And then after that, you're going to say your primary audience. So who are they? I'm serving athletes at the highest level of every sport possible, like golf, baseball, basketball, cricket, stuff like that, right? And I'll send that away and let's see what it comes up with. So you still need to do your due diligence. Maybe you've found keywords on Ahrefs or other SEO tools for like golf psychologists. And although that's not an official category there, you might want to add that as a service. So you're ranking for that naturally. So you might want to add that as well on top of the list that this generates for you. So what we've got is category. Now we know sports psychologist does not exist, but we could have a look at these to see what we actually offer. So do we offer cognitive behavioral therapy? Do we offer performance counseling? But that might go into other stuff, not just sport, and you know what I'm talking about. So we might have to skip that one or rewrite it and go a bit deeper. So if we go to stress management therapy, we might do that one. And then we'll go over here, add custom service and stress management therapy. Click save. And then once that's saved, there's this little arrow here and you can select that and then write a description. So we'll take that description from here and make sure you vetted it, make sure it makes sense to you. Let's say it does. You go back over to here, paste that one in like so. It should be under 300 characters at the time of recording, and then click save. So maybe do this about 7 more times and then create another business category. And what I recommend is that you select about 3 categories maximum and 12 services under each category maximum as well. Now I did mention earlier you might want to go over things like this where you've done your own keyword research. So you can simply say, can you write services for me that are for a golf psychologist, and actually add a service that is golf psychologist for me or golf counseling. Okay, so it's giving us some ideas for the actual service. So in this case, all of these are made up. So I might say, write a service that is just golf psychologist and then write a description for golf psychologist. So we might do something like this and then go back over to here and then add more services, add that custom service, go back over to here, copy this, and then make sure you've obviously vetted it, and then go back over to here, click into there and paste that one in like so, and then click save. And then you can keep doing that. It should all make sense by the end of it. And you just do something like this for other niches. Maybe it's switchboard repairs or installation, and you can decide to use an SEO tool to back up any of the words that you want to go for, because it's ideal that each one of these is a searchable service. Like someone is literally typing into Google outdoor lighting installation, and you want to show up for that locally, so you want to make sure you've put the services in like so. Now I didn't go over this, but Google actually says that this will improve your local rankings. Now it doesn't say it verbatim, but it basically says as soon as you give it more up-to-date information on your Google business profile, including what kind of business you are, which is including of the services, then you'll likely show up in the local search results even more, as it says here. And there's supporting documentation around that, and WebFX says something to those lines as well, that it begins to affect your rankings. So you can go check that out. I'll leave them all in the description below. If you've got any questions, let me know. Thanks.